If there is any better way to wrap up the weekend, and of course this must be at the Nyofelleh football field. Hello, good afternoon, wherever you might be getting our voices and signals. We of course coming to you live from the Nyofelleh football field, and the Nyofelleh football field this afternoon is hosting the great and grand knockout final between Temasuu United and FYDA Football Club, or FYDA, and the last fixture between these two sides, one was won by Temasuu over FYDA Football Club, and that game was of course a 2-0 victory for Temasuu United over FYDA. And this time is the knockout final, and the knockout final between the Sateba Bay side and the Fulakunda Base Club FYDA, who is definitely going to be crowned champions, and champions of this throwdown remains to be seen. Temasuu, under the guidance of Tijan Sambu and Yusuf Abaji, whilst on the other dugout is Mamadou Sow and Yaya Lee, serving as the head and assistant coaches. Of course, before going deep into the commentary, we will have a rundown on the starting 11 for Temasuu and FYDA Football Club. And just as I said earlier, Temasuu is currently dressed in yellow shorts, blue shorts and yellow shorts, whilst FYDA dressed in their colorful ash-colored shorts, earth-colored shorts, and black and red socks. And they will be playing from our left to right from our commentary cabin, whilst the Temasuu Bay side will be playing from our left to right. And the central referee of this crucial and lively league or knockout final is Esa Abaji, who will be ably reliably assisted by Nyimaso, Aminata Abaji, and Esa Manjang will serve as the fourth assistant referee. And our very own Lamin Sow is currently serving as the match commissioner of this crucial and lively contest. And the ground is set, and it is all set for this huge and great showdown. And before going deep into the commentary, Temasuu, the knockout and Super Cup champions, are starting with Sekou Jame in goal, Bakari Dembo Jame, Salifou Baro, Lamin Sane, and Sumana Drame, Buba Suso, Sef Baba Sumare, Suleiman Sow, Aliou Badji, Buba Baro, and Bubakar Banora completing the 11, whilst Fulakunda Base Club FYDA has started with Lamin or Mod Lamin Sonko, Mbemba Jalo, Usainu Hydra, Pate Sow, Usman Ba, Musa Sow, Abdoulaye Jao, Sang Sambu, Lamin Sano, Esa Jalo, and of course Ansumana Sambu leading the line for FYDA and the Fulakunda Base Club, who is going to be crowned champions. And champions of the knockout remains to be seen, and the winner of course will be going home with a giant trophy and a whooping $8,000 cash prize, while the runner-up will pocket home a consolation fee of $6,000. And there will be awards of the man of the match. The Red Cross will be awarded man of the match, to be awarded best fan club, and the winner and the runner-up as well. And of course at the commentary cabin, Parliament Party, I'll be joined by Saliu Jalo later on. And of course at the cabin already we have our very own colleague and brother Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, come to the Nyofelleh football field, and already it is the knockout final between FYDA and Temasuu United. And of course it's a coin tie, and the last fixture played between these two sides was a victory for Temasuu. Are we going to see the similar or the same scoreline, or this time around it's going to be a total different ball game at the Nyofelleh football field?
Good evening, everyone present here, Nyofelleh football field. Ladies and gentlemen, football lovers, welcome to Nyofelleh football field. Yet another interesting knockout final between FYDA FC and Temasuu United. Today we expecting an electric final, a fascinating one for that matter. FYDA will be fighting for their battle to be crowned as the first champions of Nyofelleh knockout in their area, while Temasuu will also be battling to ensure that they are crowned and coronated as the champions of Nyofelleh this summer Nawetan here. And thank you so much for joining us here. We are live on LSTV, and thank you so much for joining. It's going to be an interesting here match between FYDA and Temasuu, a ball-to-ball commentary. And thank you so much for joining us. The game has started. We expecting electric final here between these two sides. They are all hungry, and then we can see that from the start of the game.
We can see that from the start, and of course we are live, and of course live on LSTV1, just as a colleague and brother highlighted, Alassane Lee, of course at the commentary cabin, Parliament Party, Alassane Lee, and we'll be closely joined by Saliu Jalo, who is currently on his way to the Nyofelleh football field, and it is the knockout final between Temasuu United and FYDA. We will surely get you the rundown in their build-up to this final. FYDA up against Temasuu in the great and are in final. Just as I said earlier, the central referee is Esa Paji, Nimaso and Minata Paji, and Idrisa Manjang is serving as the fourth assistant referee. Match Commissioner Lamin Sow, Temasuu under the guidance of Tijan Sambo and Yusuf Paji, whilst Mamadou Sow and Yaya Lee, of course, on the technical dogart for Fulakunda of FYDA Football Club. And Temasuu, just as I said, is starting with Sekou Jame in goal, Bakar Dembo Jame, Salifu Baro, Lamin Sane, Ansumana Drame, Buba Suso, Se Baba Sumare, Suleiman So, Aliou Baji, Buba Baro and Bubakar Banora, completing the 11 for the boys dressed in yellow stars, blue shorts and yellow socks, and currently playing from our right to left from our commentary cabin, while the boys dressed in coloured shorts and red and black socks. FYDA Football Club playing from our right to left, this time on Lamin, just timely interception. Defensive options coming from FYDA Football Club, and Temasuu United will start the play from their own half. Team captain Lamin Sanyang Lunch trying to connect the centre forward Buba Baro. He was on the score sheet in the 2-0 victory over FYDA in the group stages. Of course, they were in the same group in Group B alongside Kasakunda United and Bonsa Hearts Football Club, whilst in Team Group A we had Bambadinka United, Busrandi United, Highway United, Joko FC and senior players, and in Group A rather, it was Bambadinka United and Busrandi that advanced to the semi-final, whilst in the group of Temasuu and FYDA, it was FYDA and Kasakunda that advanced to the semi-final, and Temasuu crossed out of the league proper. And this time it is the knockout final between Temasuu United and FYDA. Who is going to win, it remains to be seen. And Buba Suso, already the central referee Esa Baji, has already urged the player to retake that ball, as the ball is already in motion. It is already a few minutes into the contest. The score is 0-0, and of course we have to commend the two set of supporters of Temasuu United and FYDA. Of course the dress code of Temasuu is of course electrifying, and also the Fulakunda based club FYDA is also backed by a massive support base. I think for last time we have to commend the performance of the fan base between these two sides. We have seen the supporters in the just concluded league final between Bushrandi United and Bambadinka United. The turnout and also the set of supporters had a fantastic support behind their teams. And of course, once again, seeing Temasuu and FYDA in this colorful atmosphere is definitely something that needs to be commended between the two sides. It's an opportunity for FYDA. Can they find the back of the net in the very first moments of this crucial and lively game? Ball been taken down. Sang Sambo trying to unlock the defense this time. Powered in a low one, and already the flag of the assistant referee is already up against FYDA, who are currently playing from our left to right. Mr. Lee, of course, we have to commend the fan base the fan base of Fulakunda and of course Temasuu for coming with this magnificent attires at the Nyofelleh football field.
Indeed, we have to commend them, because I think when the Nyofelleh Youth and Sport came with the idea that they're going to certify the best fan club, I think every Kabilo is ready to be credited as the best fan. So obviously that's what we're seeing here, and then we're expecting it to be a difficult one, because looking at Temasuu United, their fan base is just excellent and amazing. Looking at FYDA FC as well is the same, so it's not going to be easy here. That's why the footballers need to redouble up their efforts, because the fans are set. So what is left is the players also to just make them happy here. Let we see everybody chanting here. Goals need to come, because it's 90 minutes. After from the 90 minutes, we head into the post-match shootout. So the game will be decided. Before that, you have to do the needful. The coaches, technical team, you have to work so that the goals will come like rain before the 90 minutes dust out.
Thank you very much, Alasan Lee, a colleague and brother at the commentary cabin. We'll be joined by Salih Chalo shortly. Lamin Jabang or Lamin Sane team captain, and already player Rasul Danesa Baji, central referee on sport, and we for an infringement in favor of FYDA, who are dressed in as-colored shorts, and of course black and red socks, playing from our left to right from our commentary cabin. And in the season of 2024-25, Nyofelleh Somanaweta, we had Group A where we had Bambadinka United, Bushranding United, Highway United, Joko and senior players. In Group B, FYDA Temasuu United, Kasakunda and Bonsa Hearts. And in Group B, it was FYDA and Kasakunda that advanced to the semi-finals. Whilst in Group A, it was Bambadinka United and Busurandi United booking places in the semi-final. And in the semi-final, it was Bambadinka United that got the better of Kasakunda United, whilst FYDA Football Club lost to Busurandi United in the other semi-final. And in the final of this year's Nyofelleh Summer Narrator, it was Bambadinka United that defeated Busurandi on post-match shootout after 1-1 in regulation. On the far side, it's Esa Chalo trying to keep possession for FYDA. The flag of the assistant referee is still down. Esa trying to dribble past his marker, getting that ball low. And this time it is FYDA, strong header, inches over. And this time crest on the crossbar. Danger still not averted. And FYDA calling in for an opportunity that was definitely very close. And unfortunately for FYDA, they should have taken the lead here, Mr.
Indeed, they could have capitalized on their chances. And they have to work on that, because if you squander your chances at the end of the day, if your opponent he will solely do the needful. So FYDA, you need to work so that at least you can find the back of the net as soon as possible, because you are having the chances and you must capitalize on them.
When chances come, they should be buried. If they are in buried, this might come to haunt you. It's a long one. Sang Sambo heading it down, trying to reconnect the run of Lamin Sano. This is Buba Barona, one of the goal scorers for Temasuu in the 2-0 victory. And Buba this time on some defensive work. A player currently down, and the central referee not the least interested this time around. And the referee is Esa Apache. Yemaso is one of the assistants. Aminat Apache and Idrisa Manjang is serving as the 4th assistant referee. And the game is live on LSTV1 at the cabin for Lamin Fati, Alasan Lee, and we'll be joined by Saliu Jalo. He's a long one, and behind camera operation is Ayuba Kamara. Lamin Sano trying to keep possession for FYDA. It is now the turn of Temasuu United, dressed in their colorful yellow and blue. Can they find the back of the net from distance? And Aliu Paji trying to unlock the defense. Aliu struggling, and Strice comes in another opportunity, calling in for a handball. And the central referee not the least interested. And the central referee is in the least interested. Temasuu United protested and they believe there should have been a penalty, but the central referee, Esa Apache, has already waiting for a play on Mr. Lee.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the central referee has given them a corner kick. So I think it was also a chance for Temasuu. So what we are seeing here is both teams are physically, mentally set to win this trophy. So it's not going to be easy, obviously.
It wouldn't be easy, and it will never be easy. Words of a colleague and brother Alasan Lee from the Nyofelleh football field, and it is live. It's a corner on Bakari Dembo Jame floats that already the flag of the assistant referee is already up and already into the gloves of the netminder Modlamin Sonko. Sonko Modlamin is the custodian for FYDA, whilst in the opposite goal post is Sekou Jame for Temasuu United, and Temasuu United is the current holders of the Super Cup and the knockout. They got the better of Dunes FC in the knockout of last year's competition before defeating the current holders of the league, Bambadinka United, in the Super Cup final. Esa Jalo, triple pass one, trying to unlock the defense. Number 3 on his back, trying to surge forward. Can he get something on this time around? Lost possession, and the ball rolls into the gloves of the netminder Sekou Jame, and Sekou dressed in his colorful blue colors, and Sekou the custodian for Temasuu United, and Temasuu under the guidance of Tijan Sambu. They've been winning competitions in Nyofelleh, whilst Fulakunda of FYDA Football Club, if they are able to win it, it's going to be for the very first time laying a hand on the giant and huge trophy as far as football tournament in Nyofelleh is concerned. Of course, it's going to be either for the very first time or it's going to be another trophy in the trophy cabin for Temasuu United League.
Indeed. So indeed they have to capitalize. So this is going for the first time in the final, and winning it will be a historic moment for FYDA FC. So obviously they have to capitalize, or else Temasuu will be coronated again as champions, because I think they are usually taking the cups here in this play here. So obviously FYDA FC have to redouble up their efforts this time to be coronated as the first time, a cup in this play here.
In the history of FYDA, if they are able to win it, is going to be for the very first time. 3-man wall assembled, crowd the penalty area for FYDA in trying to protect the set piece from Temasuu United, and who is going to deliver that? Smare! And this time only palmed away by the custodian, and Temasuu United will try to unlock the defense once again, and ball being headed down, and the flag of the assistant referee stayed down. And Temasuu United trying to unlock the defense of their oppositions in the names of FYDA and Sumara heading that ball. That was definitely a great delivery from Temasuu United, and of course it was also another relief for FYDA Football Club. That should have been at least a goal for Temasuu United.
Exactly. If they could have capitalized on that, they could have found the back of the net. But we are seeing that Flakunda is having a solid defense, and that will solely help them, because if they are able to penetrate the defense line, then obviously it will be a danger for FYDA FC, and they solely have to work on that.
They definitely need to work on that. And defensively, both sides are trying to be as cautious as possible. Special thanks to our reliable partners, Red Cross volunteers in Nyofelleh. Lamin Sani to the goalkeeper. That was going to be a goalkeeping blunder from the netminder. Sekou Jami in goal for Temasuu United. This is Sam Sambo struggling, and Suleiman So regain possession for Temasuu United, getting it down to Buba Baro, who is one of the goal scorers in the game between Temasuu and FYDA FC, and the flag of the assistant referee is already up.
Offside for that man.
And it's already up against the Temasuu United. That was indeed a great build-up, but unfortunately the flag of the assistant referee rose on the other end. This time Aliu Paji spreading it wide. Team captain for FYDA, but a decent one. Bubakar Panora trying to unlock the defense, lost possession, and it's going to be FYDA to regain possession, switching possession, trying to reconnect the run of Aliu Paji, and this time around it's going to be some defensive work for FYDA, who are trying to be as resolute as they could defensively in trying to nullify every attack being posed by Temasuu United. The score is currently 0-0 from the Nyofelleh football field, and it is live on LSTV1 Parliament Party. Alasan Ali, and behind camera operations is Ayuba Kamara from the Nyofelleh football field, and the central referee is Esa Baji. Nyemaso Aminata Baji and Idrisa Manjang is serving as the fourth assistant referee, and the match commissioner is Lamin So. 0-0 is the current score, and they have to win it in regulation, or force-man shootout will decide the winner. And are we going to see a similar situation in the league final between Bushuranding United and Bambadinka United? In the game it ended 1-1 before Bambadinka United advancing on post-match shootout. But currently it is 0-0. Are we going to see a 0-0 scoreline, 1-1 or 2-2 scoreline? Or are we going to see this game putting to bed in regulation, or post-match shootout will definitely once again get its toll as far as the game is concerned? And currently time is definitely very much young, and Temasuu United had all the opportunities to score, and also FYDA also had all the opportunities to score, or else they will be heading to post-match shootout if the regulation could not give us the winner.
Indeed, as things seems like currently we are seeing that both teams are not ready to allow their opponent to penetrate their post. So as it continues like this, we might head to a post-match shootout to decide the winner here. But what we want is to see goals to come, because that is what it is the role of the strikers to do that. So they have to do the needful to ensure that they got goals for their coaches.
They have to do the needful. Words of a colleague and brother Alasan Ali from the Nyofelleh football field in the knockout final between Temasuu United and FYDA Football Club, and the score is currently 0-0, and Lamin Sano is already penalized by the central referee Esa Baji after that tackle on Suleiman So. And Suleiman is currently down, and Temasuu United will now have the opportunity, dressed in their colorful orange shirts, or yellow shirts rather, yellow shirts, blue shorts, and yellow socks, under the guidance of Tijan Sambo and Yusuf Apaji, whilst Momodu Sow and Yaya Lee on the technical area for FYDA, and FYDA reaching their very first final as far as football competition in Nyofelleh is concerned, and hoping to clean the trophy for the very first time. And if they want to do that, they have to get the better of Temasuu United, who defeated them in the group stages by 2-0. And in that 2-0 victory for Temasuu United, it was Buba Baro and Abdullah Chub who scored the goals, earning them the 2-0 victory. That should have been a blunder from the netminder once again.
Exactly, from the goalkeeper. So you have to be mindful. If the strikers of Temasuu could have capitalized, they could have put that goal back of the net, at the back of the net. But then it was a blunder from the goal net keeper. So you have to work on that solid. So when FYDA, we nearly it will be an opportunity for Temasuu United. Will FYDA break the deadlock or the stalemate, or is that not going to happen? Time will tell. 90 minutes. Fan base, you have to support. You have to intensify the support. We thank everybody for coming. We live on LSTV, and the game is live and direct. We broadcasting from the heart of Nyofelleh football.
Thank you very much, Alasanali. And already we have seen a goal, but the goal is being ruled out for handball. A signal by the central referee Esa Paji, ably and reliably assisted by Nyofelleh. Aminata Paji and Idrissa Manjang as the fourth assistant referee. Our very own Lamin Show is serving as the match commissioner. And the awards to be given today will have a Red Cross to be awarded man of the match, best fan club, runners-up, and of course the champions of the knockout. And the winner will be going home with $8,000, while runners-up will pocket home $6,000 as consolation. It's going to be either FYDA or Temasuu to be crowned champions. Who is going to lay a hand on the giant trophy remains to be seen. Central referee Esa Baji is the man in charge and the man in charge for this crucial and lively contest. From the Nyofelleh football field, it is live. Special thanks to all those that are currently with us, witnessing this great and grand final between Temasuu United and FYDA. And we will definitely have a winner either in regulation or post-match shootout to decide the winner. And Temasuu United will start the play from their own half. This is Somare launching that ball long and high one, and this time never trouble the custodian Modlamin Sonko. And Sonko is in goal for FYDA, while Sekou Jame is in the opposite goal post for Temasuu United. And Temasuu United are currently the knockout and Super Cup holders. It's Esa Jalo, Esa Rasul, nothing given by the central referee. That was definitely very cheap, a signal by the central referee. And it's going to be an attack. Usenu Hydra on some defensive duties for Temasuu United, or for FYDA Football Club rather. Lamin Sano heading in down for Esa Jalo, and the flank of the assistant referee is already open. And last time it has been greatly contested a few minutes into the first half, and already we have seen both sides trying to be as cautious as possible, and we believe we definitely want to see goals, but both sides are trying to be as resolute as they could. They will definitely try to nullify every chance being posed by their opponents, and if they can't get a goal, they wouldn't also want to concede before the end of the first period. If they can't get a goal, they would not want to concede, and probably they might be heading to the halftime break with a 0-0 scoreline. But we believe a goal in this contest will definitely change the dynamics between Temasuu United and of course FYDA Football Club. 0-0 is the current score.
Indeed, Pa. Both of them are clinically careful at the backside, so they are defensively tactical in wise, because they know that if you concede early goal, it will be very, very difficult for you to equalize. So obviously, I think the managers, that is what they tell their footballers, to be mindful, of conceding a goal, early goal. So I think that's what they are demonstrating here. And we are not seeing goals as of now, but we are expecting more goals to come. If the first half could not, then the second half, I am sure the technical team and backup dress room will surely work on that to ensure that we see goals here at the Nyofelleh football field. It's a knockout final. We live on LSTV 1.
Thank you very much, Alasanli. Interesting on and off the pitch, and we can say it is even interesting off the pitch than on the pitch. It's a long one from team captain Lamin Sane, headed down by Usenu, and Usenu is one of the central defenders for FYDA. This time great combination, trying to unlock the defense. Jalo looking for option, spreading that ball wide, and the flank of the assistant referee stayed down. It is Temasuu, and already dribble pass one, looking for more. This time around, FYDA.
Oh, they could not capitalize on that. It's an opportunity for FYDA to find the back of the net, but they could not capitalize, and they squandered that chance. They surely need to work on that.
That was indeed a great opportunity. Great run and great combination from Temasuu, Esa Jalo, and that ball fell to the feet of Pate. And of course, Abdullah Jawarada and Abdullah should have done better, but unfortunately squandered that glorious goal-scoring opportunity. And currently, the score is still 0-0 between FYDA and Temasuu United in the Nyofelleh Soman Nareta knockout final. And the knockout final, one thing is for sure, that it's going to be either Temasuu United or FYDA to be crowned champions, and the champions of this football tournament. And Usenu already Russell. That's a clash between the two players, and seemingly both players are currently injured, and the medics will surely get down to the players, and the game is temporarily stopped. And this will definitely serve as some discussion between the two players, whilst the medical team will also have some opportunity to get to those players as well.
Indeed, Pat. I'm sure they will surely work on that, so that at least they can come with strategies where they can find the back of the net, or else we will see the first half 0-0 as it stands right now. So FYDA FC have to, this year they either break the deadlock or the stalemate, or they remain people who haven't won any trophy in Nyofelleh after going for the first final. They are hungry. They solely have to do it in test and practice and solely get the trophy. Or Temasuu will again clinch on the trophy. So now the game is, or the ball is in the court of the two coaches. That is Mamadou Sow and Tijan Sambu, who will be crowned here today as the best coach of Nyofelleh Soma knockout final here. We will surely get to see that after the 90 minutes of the game. So I hope that the coaches, the technical staff will surely work on that for us to see goals back.
Thank you very much, Alasan Lee. And that's already a change on the match ball, and still Useno is still down injured for FYDA Football Club, and Useno Hydra is still down, currently receiving attention from our medical team at the Nyofelleh football field. It is the knockout final between Temasuu United, who are the current holders of the knockout trophy and the Super Cup trophy, got the better of Boons Football Club in last year's knockout final before defeating Bambadinka United in the Super Cup final. And once again in the knockout final, if they are able to win, it is going to be back-to-back for Temasuu United after winning the knockout football competition last season and winning it this season as well. And this time around, if they want to get it back-to-back, they have to get the better of FYDA, who are reaching the final for the very first time. And if they are able to win, it is going to be for the very first time clinching a trophy in the history of the club. And of course, we have seen FYDA assembling a dynamic and of course a great team as far as this year's competition is concerned. And into the clubs of the netminder mode, Lamin Sonko. Another opportunity for FYDA, and Temasuu United player Rasul and Lamin Sano penalized.
Indeed, Pa. So we are expecting more to come here. Despite that, both teams are ready physically and mentally defense-wise. So we are hoping that solely one team will break the deadlock here as we get to the second half.
As we get to the second half, we're going to have a goal in regulation as far as the first half is concerned. Remains to be seen. Sumare trying to dribble past his marker, and the goalkeeper has been called to action, and the goalkeeper is Modlamin Sonko. Sonko Modlamin, the custodian for FYDA Fulakunda United, and of course Modlamin is in the goal post. There seems to be a clash between the two players, Lamin Sane and Ansumana Sambu. Ansumana Sambu and Lamin Sane, I think, will receive some discussion between the central referee and the two players. Ensa Baji, the central referee, seems to be giving his final warnings to the two players. Ansumana Sambu and Lamin Sane rather, that is already sorted out by the central referee and the two players. The central defender and team captain for Temasuu, Lamin Sane, and Ansumana Sambu, who is currently leading the line for FYDA. And of course, the discussion is already done and already sorted between the two players, and the score is still unchanged. 0-0 from the Nyofelleh football field, and is of course live on LSTV1. Long one from Sang Sambu, ball being headed down around the center circle. Abdullah Jawa trying to dribble past one, looking for more. Is the team captain now, Rasul, and already given by the central referee, and that's going to be a yellow card, a signal by the central referee.
Yeah, yellow card, and then I think it should be like that. Exactly, because there was a tackle there. Yeah.
That's a tackle, and already a yellow card flashed by the center referee. Time running out as far as the first half is concerned, and the score is still unchanged. It's a yellow card. We can confirm the player for us. We have to confirm the player, but the player is a player for Temasuu United at the Nyofelleh football field. A special thanks to the support base behind FYDA and Temasuu United, and it's a set piece for Temasuu for FYDA Football Club, and FYDA will now rely on one of their central defenders and Musa Sow to deliver. And Musa is of course having the defensive partnership alongside Usenu Hydra. This time it's a long one, and the goalkeeper called to action and already guarding that ball of the area for a goal kick, and it is goal kick to Temasuu United, the current champions of last year's knockout and Super Cup. And if there is going to be any Super Cup, the winner of this contest will be meeting Bambadinka United, who got the better of Bushrandi United in the league final on post-match shootout after ending 1-1 in regulation. And this is Bakari Dembo Jame failing to keep that ball in place. Going to be an opportunity for FYDA, who will now rely on the left back to deliver this. And Mr. Lee, we are approaching halftime here. We asked for the information that we have received. We're going to play 40 minutes, and it's approaching halftime, and currently it is 0-0 and 0-0 in the first half. And already both Temasuu United and FYDA are still struggling to find the back of the net. If they can't have a goal in this first period, they have to settle it in a 0-0 scoreline heading to the second period at the Nyofelleh football field.
Exactly, Pa. As we approach to the end of the first half, teams have to work. You know, the strikers and then the coaches also have to do the needful before we get to the second half, so that the first half they can find the back of the net, or else we will go into the first half 0-0 between FYDA, Fulakunda Youth Development Association, and Temasuu FC here at the Nyofelleh football field. As the game stands currently, but we are not seeing goals, and then it seems like both teams are defensive in mind and tactically ready to ensure that they do not concede any goal in the first half, so that they can settle that. Probably in the second half, we are anticipating a change in the narratives as the game is going right now. Right now, we thank the fan base for coming out in their large numbers, supporting both teams here as electrifying game continues here at the Nyofelleh football field. We also thank the football lovers for coming and gracing this occasion here. We also thank everybody who is from these satellite villages, that is Kasakunda, Sinchuuri, and other villages, to come and grace at this football knockout final here at Nyofelleh football field.
It's a knockout final, and earlier on we had the league final last weekend, which ended in favor of Bambadinka United after the final ending 1-1 in regulation, before Bambadinka United advancing on post-match shootout over Bushrandi United. And already the flag of the assistant referee is already up, and FYDA or FYDA will have the opportunity at a great position to deliver the set piece, and the player is still down, nursing an injury. And it is the very first time for FYDA or FYDA reaching the final of this competition, and if they are able to win, it is going to be for the very first time reaching the final in reaching or clinching the trophy in Nyofelleh as far as the senior tournament is concerned. And kudos to our former chairman, Mr. Sinifo Amadou Sow, and the rest of the team behind this FYDA or Fulakunda Youth Development Association in time to make sure they are able to assemble team. And I could remember when they were starting, initially it was very challenging for Fulakunda or for FYDA to assemble a team, but now we can boldly say they are currently having one of the strongest sides as far as this tournament is concerned.
Indeed, Pa, looking at the games that they have played in the league until they reach here, obviously you can understand that yes, now they have a solid team that is intact, and even you can see their bench. There's a lot of talented young superstars that are sitting there. So now things have changed, and I'm seeing that. So for the first time, if they can clinch on the trophy, that one also will be a historic moment for FYDA FC and those that are supporting FYDA as well. So we are expecting that to see that. Or is Temasuu going to win? Or is FYDA going to be crowned as the champions of the knockout final today, the grand finale at Nyofelleh football field?
Thank you very much, Alasan. And it's a set piece for Temasuu United. Salifu Paro getting that ball long. Trying to reconnect the run of Bakari Dembo Jame. And Dembo couldn't control that ball on the far side. And he should have done better. And the ball rolls off for a goal kick to FYDA. And the custodian Modlamin Sonko will deliver that. And the team will start the play from their own half through Musa Sow. And Musa is one of the central defenders for the Fulakunda base club. And the FYDA base side is currently playing against the Temasuu United side, the current holders of the league, the current holders of the knockout and the Super Cup this time, Somare. Instead of going for power, and and went in for technique, but this time couldn't trouble the custodian and the goalkeeper had it easy. And the goalkeeper is Modlamin Sonko. There's a player currently down, and the team captain for FYDA is still down. Seems to be nursing an injury, and currently back on his feet, Bemba Jalo. Bemba Jalo, team captain, 13 on his back for FYDA, and the score is still unchanged. 0-0 is the score from the Nyofelleh football field, and if of course we are live on LSTV1 at the cabin Parliament Party. Alasan Ali, and already we are joined by a colleague and brother Salih Jalo, who has been coming late to the Nyofelleh football field. He was late in the initial league final, and once again in the knockout final. We will surely engage him shortly. Ball been taken from the feet of the player Buba Paro. It is an opportunity for the Soul, who is deployed on the left side of the defense for FYDA on the Fulakunda base side. This is Bubakar Panoda trying to unlock the defense of FYDA this time around, having it tough against Usainu Hydra, and already Usainu Rasool, and already the central referee has already given the opportunity to FYDA or the Fulakunda base club, and the score is still unchanged. 0-0 is the current score, and of course we have to welcome Salih Jalo once again. He was here in the league final and once again in the knockout final at the Nyofelleh football field. First, you have to tell the people why you are late once again.
Thousand apologies for that, and of course it's good to be back here promoting community football. And of course last week we were here, in which of course Bambadinka settled the dust with Busralding via the lottery, and here is of course Fulakunda against another tough opponent to be precise. Well, I was concerned about the scoreline, but hearing from you it's still 0-0, so it simply means that we are yet to separate the boys from the men, but you are expecting an end-to-end encounter. But then it's community football, people hardly come out early, but as the game grows older, you will see number of spectators across borders here. It is community football, and that is why we are here, but I'm not going to tell you the reason why I'm late. I have to apologize for that. It is a FYDA on the counter with their number 9 now on the far side. It will like you are cross side. And wide. It's a very good build up there. The number 10 Aplosa. And it's a goal kick for Temasuu. The first stopper in blue, that is Sekou Chame. On the far side. Players is the center referee. Fulakunda on the counter now. Looking for options this time around. A flick there, but not a good one. For the second time of action, the number 3 pass pro football there. That is Ensa Jalo. It's a long ball there, looking for the number 19. A throw it there by Usainu Haidara for a throw-in for Temasuu on the far side. The ambience is alive and well here. It's Nyofelleh for you. That is the number 19. Can he keep it in play? Yes. He does. Sick. And of course, he will recycle it back. Cross comes in. Good control there by the number 2. Wasted no time to send the ball away. Out of danger. And that is Salih Paro with the quick throw in for Temasuu. Place number 2. Paro Buba. Very good one there, but then the benefit of throw in there. Just around the traveling supporters. Decked out in a different colors. Quick throw in there. The number 10 lost possession to the team captain of Fulakunda. But the poor football there, he came in within a blink of an eye. A long ball there. Very good touch. It's a back pass. And the shot-stopper in ML Shanko wasted no time for that timely clearance there. This time around number 2. Sang Sambo. It's only called Torres to be precise. El Nino. And he had on the number 2 jersey, a die-hard Liverpool fan. It's a long ball there. Thrown in by team captain with the foul in favor of Fulakunda. The number 9 wins it. That is Ansumana Sambo. Just distance from the center circle. inside the half of Temasuu United. And they have to be united in these piece to defend it. Whistle says the center referee. That is Ensa Baji, who is ably assisted by Nyofelleh Paji and Risa Manjang as the fourth official. It is the knockout final in Nyofelleh, and this is a piece for FYDA FC. It is 4 steps. The man that is taking responsibility. 3-man world, number 12 in front, testing the waters. Into the claws of the man in blue, Sekou Jame. Comrade, it has been an encounter. Your take.
Indeed, Salim. It has been a fascinating first half here. Still, we have few minutes to go before the end of the first half. Both teams are defensively solid, and so that they do not concede a goal.
This is Nyofelleh Paji now, looking for options there. But of course, the number 7 in the defensive mission. It's already out of touch for a throw-in for Temasuu. Usman Ba couldn't keep the ball in play, but it's just throw-in for Asumana Drame to effect. Asumana is going for a long one. Ojiri is told like he wants to be inside the danger zone. But it's a short one instead. And it's going to be a goal kick. The signal from the center referee behind defines the goal kick. The ambience is all over well on the far side, comrade. It is coming to the football.
Indeed. You know, the fans base are trying their level best. Both FYDA FC and Temasuu are all chanting here. The players have to do the needful to get them the goals that they want.
It might be just now with the number 8.
A solid defense there.
The player had a second, but he was hungry and the famine. But the defense lineup for FYDA remained solid there. At one point in time, the goalkeeper was helpless, but Sang was there and go. So they rescued him. Likewise, the number 4 in Musa's foul. That could have been the opening goal.
Indeed,
a golden opportunity for
Temasuu United, but they squandered an opportunity, and we can see FYDA this time around. Their defense is so solid to be penetrated. It will be very difficult for Temasuu. It will not be as usual.
It won't be as usual. It is the final at the tournament day, and this is a battle for supremacy, and that is why they have to work their socks off in these final touches. Scramble to put the ball on the back of the net, but of course Sambo and go after quick first air for now. The scoreboard remains 0-0 for now, but this game might of course entertain goals as well. It's going to be a drop ball for Usman Ba from Ensa Baji, but a good one, as if Usman was targeting the fourth official. Probably they have a score to settle.
Exactly.
With the fourth official. We show it up within football, international level. The highest echelon where a goalkeeper have to smash the ball on the referee.
Indeed.
Probably they have a score to settle.
But I'm sure they will surely do the needful here, though it is not easy as the game continue here.
Musa So sends a long one across the opponent's half. Head up there, and a good one. Good connection there from the number 9 to his number 11. Abdullah Chao to his number 7, the energetic cross comes in. And a good one. But the transition is just top notch, absolutely from the training ground.
Absolutely. They are doing wonders. They have even done other touches here that you know that they are just fantastic. I think the coach, what he have put into them, they are practicing here in the pitch.
The coach is wearing a Barcelona jersey, and they were trailing by a goal to nil. I don't I watch the score line. But it's of course the number 13 at Diala, and he need to start the number 10. Fighting tooth and nail. It's going to be an advantage given from the center referee because he was already about to whistle that. Good point there, sensible one to sang now. El Nino to his number 3, Pena, and it put futile there. A return ball. Team captain controls it. That is of course the number 15, Lamin Sane. But then Ensa Jalo is on the ground and Plebin Holstead there. It is Flokuna Youth Development Association Football Club. I don't know if El Nino is speaking fuller to them, but I had the word at the Yala. The Joko. It is Temasuu on the attack now. And that is the first officially applying through after an end-to-end encounter here more of basketball at the Nyofelleh football field. The knockout final is still yet to decide of this closing chapter. The ambience is 11 welcome ride. The tops are still coming.
You see,
But the goals are yet to come.
the slogan Jungle and Bang, the coaches are not doing that. I don't know. They are not doing the needful.
Probably they are the highest echelon. They have did that because reaching at the final is not for the weak.
Absolutely, it's not for the weak.
But you remember the knockout Johnny. It's more of like you fara them and I fara you. And then we can take. That is it.
Why both teams are solid right now when it comes to defense line. So they don't want the goals to penetrate easily.
Of course, thank you very much. That is from the teamwork of Ensa Apache even so. I mean, at Apache and Risa Manchang, the final of the day today. You're still yet to decide who Finland will marry to. But then we will return the party to the disc jockey Fabians once again on his cupboard. It is half time. Temasuu nil, FYDA FC nil. Over to you, DJ.
Behind camera operations, of course, is the Yuba Camera. And now the knockout and Super Cup champions will be playing from our left to right, while the side that is currently hunting for their very first trophy, dressing their colorful ash-colored shirts, ash-colored shorts, and black and red shirts. The FYDA FC playing from our right to left from our commentary cabin, and for the very first time, if they are able to win it, they go
Tab on their back. Of course, defining the odds. Removing the likes of Bambadinka and push running in this journey, even your own side in highway, in this journey to glory. I believe they need a big thumbs up for them. But then
From the right to the left, and it's going to be a chase for Sajalo. And the custodian Sehu Jame was just there in time to gather that ball with ease. You were talking about the closeness of the two sides. Of course, they are living a bit far away from one another, but of course, they are all from Nyofelleh, and then these are the same players that play and also do a whole lot of things together. So they wouldn't want to lose against the other. So this is why we have seen a magnificent force-up, and already in the second half, I think both sides picking it from where they left it.
absolutely, Pa. And you did mention something that no one wants to lose this final, because going back to the Kitterhood, you'll be the talking point, and of course the winner will have a better voice than even the one that lost the final. So that is why it's always important to, of course, make good use of your opportunities in this final. But then you look at the two sides, they're all young and determined. So probably, I don't know, if experience further determination holds water here, experience in Temasuu and determination in FYDA FC, that is Fulakunda to be precise. But you look at the transition from Fulakunda, you know, they can promise you a goal at any given second. You look at the way they play, the transition, I mean.
Thank you very much, Temasuu Utd. It's going to be an opportunity. And Alasan, I think both sides picking it from where they left it. I think we have seen a fantastic force-up between the two sides, but a goal here will definitely change the dynamics. If a side should score here, it is definitely going to make the order very challenging to get an equalizer. Let's wait and see what is definitely going to be the outcome of this contest. Are we going to see the similar scoreline like what we had between Bambadinka United and Bushuranding, or this time around is going to be a total ball game? But currently both sides are trying to be as cautious as possible defensively, and also trying to cancel one another in terms of defense and also good moving forward. But we believe a goal in this contest will definitely change the dynamic.
Indeed, Pa, we expecting what happened between Bambadinka United and Bushuranding. If one side scores, the other side will be so hungry and then will fight. Take note to ensure that they also get the goal. So it will be so fascinating if one team scores here, then the game will be tense. It's either one team go big or go home just like that. So now they will decide among themselves who will go home just like that or go home big. Then that 45 minutes will surely decide that. And I hope the coaches and the strikers surely do the needful to get their sides goals.
Thank you very much, Alasan Lee, Aliaron, Temasuu Utd. And of course, Temasuu, I think it is more interesting off the pitch than on the pitch. And currently, the supporters of Temasuu and Fulakunda are definitely to first class.
Well, you look at the dress code of Temasuu. If the players of Fulakunda are to focus on that, they might be losing the game, because that dress code is so meant for the weak, to be precise. That is the beauty of community football. You know, picking it from the roots. You know, we love this part. This is what we love reporting, because you hardly find this on Google.
Thank you very much, Temasuu Utd, and the supporters behind Temasuu United and Fulakunda United. Of course, we have to give them a very big tap on their shoulder. On the far side is an opportunity. But Temasuu, interestingly, when I went to the supporters of Fulakunda United, I was expecting to meet them singing in Fula, but unfortunately, they were singing in Madik.
Well, you met them in the last song. Yes, that was the last song. You did not meet them when they started.
And interestingly, their lead singer is from Temasuu, and she's the one currently leading the Fulakunda support base currently. And then some of the supporters of Temasuu will tell her, after this contest, you have to now switch from Temasuu to Fulakunda finally.
Well, you remember Mabisira, one time in Walidan, signed by Fortune, the vocalist will be signed. But then I believe that is the mantra now. The beauty is on and off the pitch, because there is a final switch allegiance to Fulakunda or to FYDA FC to be precise. But then supporting or accepting our former people to be precise, our former faithfuls. But then the beauty is, of course, is discipline and transparency. Cross side. The goalkeeper watches the ball as a spectator, and it's a goal kick from FYDA Football Club. And they're preparing for a double substitution here. The number 17 and the number 5 is coming in. The number 3 is coming off. Suleiman Sise and Buba Jata is coming in, and Lamin Ture is coming in for Temasuu. The number 3, Ensa Jalo, sub off.
Ensa Jalo and Lamin Sano off, and Suleiman Sow and Buba Jata introduced, and Esa and Lamin had a fantastic first period, and still now
I don't know what Suleiman and Buba can deliver, but I was enjoying the transition from, of course, the number 3, that is Ensa Jalo.
that was already a substitution effect. This is Sang Sambu who lost possession. Temasuu United pitched possession, and Sumare Rasul, and that was the first engagement of Suleiman Sise.
He's only called El Nino Torres.
Yeah, I think he has been playing for Fulakunda for so many years now. They started the journey with the team when the team wasn't having enough players. I think they were one of the finest players at the beginning, and now one of the strongest of teams in the Nyofelleh Summer Nawet. And I could remember when they were establishing the team, you could remember at the time they had very minimal number of players. But currently, Salu, I think as far as this season's tournament is concerned, they have produced one of the finest teams as far as the competition is concerned. Nobody expected them to go this far, but already they have defied the odds and reaching the final for the very first time. But let me also tell you, this is one of the beginning of the journey for FYDA FC. Initially, they used to be the whipping boys of this competition, and now one of the strongest challengers of this competition.
That is the tallest player in the pitch, stand to be correct.
And Sumana Sambu is the playing coach.
Yes, that was Sumana Sambu. You were talking about Sang. He has a very fine name in Yuna, and also playing in the Manjai tournament as well. Probably last year, stand to be corrected. But has been a very instrumental player in different Nawetan zones. Even the one-time school team for St. Francis stand to be corrected. But having the likes of Sang within their mates, I believe, is also something that is, of course, fruitful for them on their road to glory. And all that they have for the fans today, who are singing in different dialect, is the trophy to tell them, Alaparka, thank you very much. This is what we can deliver for you. But for Temasuu on their day, and being true, they can, of course, upset any opponent on their day.
They can indeed upset anyone on their day, but when it's Indian on their day, I think that's going to be very much challenging. Salih Jalo, Salih Baro getting it further to Buba Baro, and Buba now trying to keep the ball in play. And in the 2-0 victory over FYDA, it was Buba Baro who scored one of the goals alongside Abdullah this time around. Timely interception from one of the central defenders, and the defender was just there in time just to get that ball off the feet of Buba Baro. And the central defender in question is Musa Sow, and it's going to be a corner, and it's a corner. And currently Musa Sow is playing for FYDA, a brother, and the elder brother is playing for Temasuu United. And then Salih, that is definitely interesting here. The younger brother is playing for FYDA, whilst the elder is playing for Temasuu United.
Someone have to let go the dinner today, and the other one have to enjoy dinner.
It is Suleiman Sow to deliver, the elder brother of Musa Sow. This time Suleiman floats and ball, this time glancing header. Never troubled the custodian, and Temasuu United was on the verge of getting the opener, but unfortunately they failed in the process. Two players crash on one another, and already the central referee probably might call on the medics to come to their rescue.
One thing that I'm not comfortable with, of course, the defensive part of FYDA, that is they allow the striking or the players of Temasuu to relax in front of goal and to make decisions there. You do not do that. You might be found wanting, and it's the final. It might not come within a blink of an eye again. You know how community finals are. Sometimes you might center a final, and it will take you decades to win that. We traveled to Kerawan Sambasira. One team in Exodus centered more than 7 finals, but there has been a trophy drought for 10 good years. But for FYDA, I will tell you, Salih, touch wood. Today is our day, and in September to be remembered. But of course, for Temasuu, I believe they're trying to use the agility of their force and how quick they are. You look at the counter attack within a blink of an eye, they're inside the danger zone, and in which FYDA have to stop if they are to get something fruitful in this final.
Thank you very much, Saliu Jalo. Interesting on and off the pitch from the Nyofelleh football field. The supporters of FYDA and Temasuu are of course electric at the Nyofelleh football field live on LSTV. Parlament Fati, Saliu Jalo and Alasana Lee at the commentary cabin, whilst we have Ayuba Kamara behind camera operations. He's a goalkeeper for FYDA who will now rely on their custodian Modlamin Sonko, and in the opposite goal post is Sekou Jame, long and high one. And just as I said earlier on, we will definitely have some awards to be given. We will award the Red Cross volunteers, man of the match, best fan club, the winner and the runner-up. On the far side is one of the new entrants, Suleiman Sise, trying to dribble past his marker, succeeds, and this time it's going to be an opportunity. And Dembo Bakari Dembo Jame is already rustled, and the central referee Esa Baji is already on spot as he waved in for an infringement against FYDA of FYDA. And Temasuu United will now rely on the team captain Lamin Sane to deliver. And any moment from now, Lee, it's going to be another substitution. More of tired legs being taken up and more of fresh legs being introduced.
Indeed, Pa. I don't know what is the technical team of FYDA doing currently, but then all the changes are from FYDA FC. I think they want to control the game and get it done right now here. If they score, so that they will solely defend and then get the trophy for the first time. And they have to put up more energy if they want to be coronated as the champion of Nyofelleh knockout football final here for the first time. While Temasuu, they are waiting and seeing what will solely transpire here. Now let's see and see what will go and happen here with the changes that FYDA FC is introducing. It is going to pay dividends or not, time will solely tell, Pa.
I'm still trying to wonder what is going to be the celebration like if FYD or FYDA is able to claim this trophy from the Nyofelleh football field, and they're going to pass Bambadinka to FYDA or Fulakunda. I'm just trying to wonder how the celebration is going to be from the Nyofelleh football field via Bambadinka and then to Fulakunda this evening. And then once again, if Temasuu is able to win it, they're also going to pass through highway then to Temasuu in celebration. And one thing is for sure, one thing will definitely happen here, Saliu Jalo. Either Fulakunda or FYDA getting the trophy, passing Bambadinka to Fulakunda, or Temasuu United is going to win it, pass through highway then to Temasuu.
Probably the answer from Fulakunda, I'm not wearing their cap, will tell you, they will tell you, that is not our problem. Our problem is to win the trophy. How we will celebrate the trophy, it is not our problem. We know how to celebrate it because we did not prepare on a Saturday to play this final on a Sunday. It is well prepared, but I believe it is going to be a trophy parade. You know, playing a final on a Sunday, probably having a Monday of your own as a public holiday because the trophy spent the night with you. You know, it's something that you can celebrate of. I love his vision and his idea, but he proved it out there, the tall lanky striker for FYDA. But for Temasuu, they have to pass through your own side. Probably your side was the team to beat, or probably the team that was giving donating points, taking points from the rich and giving it to the poor. That is Highway United. But then for of course Bambadinka, they will just have to come out and wave FYDA, telling them, can we have a taste of the trophy? Can we have our hand on it? Probably want to see how stunning the trophy is. But all said and done, it is coming in the football that we are marketing here, Pafati.
That's already flag of the assistant referee up against FYDA, and it's an opportunity for Temasuu, an end-to-end stop. From the first period to the second period, we played the entire 40 minutes in the first half without a goal, and already we have played 16 minutes unofficial in the second half, and the score is still unchanged. 0-0 is the score, and if they aren't able to get it in regulation, post-match shootout will decide the winner between Temasuu United and FYDA. Are we going to see the post-match shootout that we have seen between Bambadinka United and Bushurandi United remains to be seen, and we still have some minutes to be played here as we have already played 16 or 17 minutes unofficial in the second period, and the score is still unchanged. And ball been headed down. It's going to be an opportunity and not lamming into the box of the netminder. That would have been a goalkeeping or defensive blunder from the central defender of FYDA Football Club. But fortunately for them, the custodian Modlamin Sonko was just equal to that task by saving that ball decently.
Well, I don't know
Probably he did say that we didn't know him, but I believe in his heart, in his mind, he's saying thank you for saving me and thank you for saving the entire FYDA football club. In that the power that was in football, the goalkeeper knows that his timing was poor and he have to draw back. And in doing so, he turned to be a defender, and those three were just clinical. He might be found one thing had him been the ball past him, that could have been a different scenario, probably penalty given. But then that was just a top notch from the showstopper. Strikers win new matches, defenders win new titles, but goalkeepers also have a role to play on a final day.
Thank you very much, Salih Chalo. Later on, we will engage Alassane Lee. This is Usenona, who has been wrestled and nothing given by the central referee. And Temasuu United will break, and Musa saw just there in time to get that ball desperately.
Well, I believe the defender is the architect of that foul, and I believe in it. The way he landed awkwardly. You know, many will tell you, I can't do fully and but then that landing was awkward, and I only hope they will not lose him, and they will never pray to do so, because you look at his timing, he's really controlling this traffic here. It has been a busy traffic on his department, but he's been the police officer here.
That's of course Usainu Hydra, one of the central defenders, and currently FYDA FC currently having two of his players down. Usainu back on his feet. That seems not worrying though. And Musa Sow is also down injured, and Musa will now receive attention from the medics. Kudos to the Red Cross volunteers, and we have to be very much appreciative to whatsoever they have been doing for Nyofelleh Sports Committee, and not only this community but also Nyofelleh and its satellite communities under the dynamic and able leadership of Pabaro.
But of course, Pafati, you look at Lamin Sane, he's trying to lecture his fellow partner there, probably giving him the praises about it, how to defend Fulakunda. So that simply means this is not a final for the week, because he's trying to rearrange things. Probably the coach will tell you, Barka Baki for helping me. That could have been, it has been connected there. But it's more of like a community meeting now, and they have to, you know, go searching for a winner, or probably the decider. But it's still good, nil. And coming to final, they will tell you, you're not going to enjoy the best of course, the football. But we have enjoyed ourselves, and has been an end-to-end stuff. The portal has been at the midfield department. Sometimes they're using their flanks on the route to go.
Thank you very much, Salih Chalo. Musa already is back on his feet, and Usainu Hydra is still on the sideline, and we believe he is going to be reintroduced, and already reintroduced, and already ball been taken correctly. Are we going to have a goal in regulation, or post-match shootout will decide the winner between FYDA and Temasuu United? And the winner of this great and grand knockout final will be playing Bambadinka United in the Super Cup final. Of course, in the last meeting between the two, it was Temasuu United that got the better of FYDA 2-0 in the same group. They were of course in the same group, and the last fixture between the two, it was Temasuu United that advanced, defeating FYDA by 2-0. And those goals in those matches, or in that match rather, the goals were scored by Buba Barrow in the 35th minute before Abdoulaye Diouf. You remember Abdoulaye Diouf of the Gambia Armed Forces, and also currently with champions Real de Banjul. Abdoulaye Diouf got the second goal, and Abdoulaye Diouf is currently playing for FYDA. He's their striker though, and there's going to be an opportunity, and the goalkeeper Modlamin Sonko equal to that task. I think, Salio, if FYDA had the opportunity to have Abdoulaye Diouf here, that probably might be a total ball game as far as the final between Temasuu and FYDA is concerned.
Well, absolutely you are right. Absolutely you are right. But I believe, you know, they will pray for to have him in that Super Cup final. But one thing that I'm observing from, of course, FYDA, that their passes are always limited, and that is causing a havoc on their side. Earlier on, I was a breakthrough from Temasuu. Had it been the goalkeeper's timing was incorrect, it could have been a different story. And I believe it is a wake-up call. Not only going out searching for a goal, but also you have to remember that you have something to defend at your back. And you look at the way Temasuu is playing, they're trying to sell experience to FYDA, that we met you, we did it against you, and we're going to return the baton again. But then you look at the way they play FYDA, I believe they are telling you here, we are here to settle the dust. Because what happened the last time could not repeat itself now.
Thank you very much, and that was a decent one from Lamin San into the gloves of the netminder, Mod Lamin Sonko. And of course, Alasan Lee. Alasan, I think we have played majority of the second half. We have seen the entire first half without a goal, and already we have seen 3 of the second period without a goal, and we believe a 1-0 scoreline probably might settle the score as far as the game is concerned.
Indeed, if one team scores here, surely everything will be settled down. But it seems like FYDA FC have to work on their defense line because Temasuu is solely penetrating there. So they solely need to work on that because there is some technical errors that are going. So I think that they will solely work on that. Currently the ball is with Temasuu United. They are number 2.
And that's Buba, and that's inches over the crossbar. That should have got the goalkeeper unaware, and Buba Barrow scored one of the goals in the 2-0 victory, and once again that was a decent opportunity.
The number 20 of FYDA went to bed so early, and that is why they penetrate that place. And for the second time they're using that route to goal. You look at the other side here, I told you he's the police officer. He's trying to cement this department. But now, Temasuu have already spotted another environment. Yes, if the mountain did not go to Muhammad will go to the mountain. And the time to execute plan B now on the far side, in which FYDA need to be very careful.
And FYDA needs to be wary. And time running out, and of course running out for both sides. Temasuu United 0, FYDA Football Club 0 is the score, and Musa Sow probably will guard that goal of the area. Russell and being rewarded by central referee. And the referees of course is Abaji, who is having the assistance of Nima Sow, Aminat Abaji, and Idrissa Manjang is of course serving as the 4th assistant referee, and our very own Lamin Sow is the current match commissioner from the Nyofelleh football field in the great and grand knockout final between Super Cup and knockout champions Temasuu United and FYDA, and Temasuu United hunting for it, and if they're able to win it, it's going to be back-to-back knockout competition or knockout trophy after defeating Dunes FC in the last knockout final before defeating Tambadinka United in the Super Cup final, whilst FYDA FC are currently in their very first final hunting for their very first trophy. Will they be able to get it remains to be seen, and if they are able to get it, that should be they have to get the better of Temasuu United, who they are currently playing, and the score is still unchanged. 0-0. Interesting on and off the pitch, and of course the supporters of FYDA are definitely on top of their voices, and equally the supporters of Temasuu United are of course on top of their voices. Special thanks to Nyofelleh Sports Committee under the dynamic and able leadership of Mr. Buba Jambang, and of course thanks to our former sports chairman Mr. Sariba Madusau, and any other individual present with us at the Nyofelleh football field to grace this knockout final. Any moment from now we're going to see the emergence of the Barrow brothers, Sankum Barrow and Sekou Barrow. I think this is definitely interesting. Salu, these are brothers, younger and elder brother, to be introduced by Temasuu United. Sankum and Sekou are of course from the same mom and dad, and of course they're going to be introduced alongside for Temasuu United.
What is going to be the communique before coming in, I don't know. Probably we are going inside under one goal, and we have to speak one language, that is victory, to be precise. But then in doing so, they have to march out. That is the resilient FYDA football club. But then it is the beauty of community football, and the Porokunda family will be very pleased if the trophy visited them in the early hours of Monday morning, to be precise. But then it is going to be a disappointing night as well. Nyofelleh Mufata might be the story as well. But then let's open wait. What will be the outcome? I'm only here to decide. But then it might be a good news, and it might be the opposite. It is community football, and it's a decider, and it is a cup to be won today, Bafati. But can the Barrow brothers rejuvenate victory here today?
That is now the $1 million question from Salih Jallo, earlier on Alasan Ali from the Nyofelleh football field, and of course it is live into the clubs of the minute more. Let's see who Jame. In case you're just joining us, Temasuu United up against FYDA in the Nyofelleh Sherman Narita knockout final. And who is going to win it remains to be seen. And earlier on we have seen Temasuu United starting this contest with Sekou Jame in goal. Dembo Bakari Jame, Bakari Dembo Jame operating on the right side of the defense. Salifu Barrow having the defensive partnership alongside team captain Lamin Sade. And Sumana Drame is operating on the left side of the defense for Temasuu United, and already Sankung Barrow will deliver this set piece for Temasuu United. One of the newest of faces of this Temasuu United side. Sankung to deliver. It's a long one, and this time, and what a bring down Sankung Barrow, and that was timely. That was definitely a poor timing from the goalkeeper, and Temasuu United celebrates what a goal, and nobody expected this to be a goal, and currently, and Temasuu United celebrates in style. Just look at the goal here. You can't really mind to analyze, but I return the mic to you because it is a surprise. And Sankung Barrow, the super sub you're talking about just minutes ago, seconds ago, and it did just what Barrow did best. A surprise. Well, the goalkeeper of FYDA is complaining, but the ball has already marked the back of the net. Sankung Barrow could not celebrate. You ask him the code of this code, he will tell you, this is the best of all, and it hardly comes on this fateful moment. He will never score a goal like this in his entire footballing career. Probably will tell me to shoot. But what a goal! A Champions League goal that can win you the trophy. What were the messages coming from the bench? I don't know. But he delivered. He was asked to rise to the occasion, and he did just that perfectly. He did just that. Listen, already there is a goal, and probably this might win it for Temasuu United. And if they are able to win it, it's going to be back-to-back. But of course, the goal is going to serve as a wake-up call for FYDA, who are currently down by a goal to nil. And if they want to have the chance of clinching this trophy, they have to come from a goal down to at least get this game to post-match shoot and possibly have a winner in the regulation. But already it is 1-0 in against them, and Temasuu United had all the opportunities now to win it, or else if we can have a FYDA to at least get a goal and probably force this game to post-match shootout. You know what we're expecting here today, Pafati. As far as a goal, now you're going to see an entrance stuff. My $1 million question is, did the substitution of FYDA really work for them? That is my $1 million question. Because removing all the key players in that game when it was already a 50-50 balance, but then the coach will tell you, you did not go to the classroom, Sally. I understand this tactics more than you do. I train with these players. But did the substitution really work for them? Because you look at the goalkeeper of Temasuu, he's more of like a spectator in this second half. He's more of like, you know, someone that is just watching. You understand? He's not tested to the limit. He's not been pushed. The only time they come close, it was of course their strike, and it was an overhead kick in Pufutan. And since then, they hardly touch the ball inside the 18-yard box or took less of the 60-yard box of Temasuu United. But I believe it is never over until it is all over. Miracle drop in football. Arsenal left it late to win today. So it might happen for FYDA. It might happen for FYDA, and of course, Alassane, FYDA currently down by a goal to nil, and if they want to win it, they have to come from a goal down. Is it a possibility? Of course, it's still possible because we still have some time to play, and let's just wait for the final whistle. But currently, the team is down by a goal to nil against Temasuu United.
Absolutely, Pa. It's not over until all over. Now FYDA have to fight. If they want to win, they must fight, and solely they must fight here. If they don't fight, then obviously Temasuu will be coronated as the knockout champion here again, back to back. So FYDA, you have to fight all over, come out and fight, or else Temasuu right now are in control of the game. So it means the game is going to be tense here, Pa, because now both teams, Temasuu FC will be defending, while FYDA FC will be coming out to ensure that they equalize. Even they will go to penalty shootout, they will solely go there. We might see the replica of Bambadinka and Buswandi United. We might solely see the replica of such a game here, or it might be a different ball game.
It might be a total different ball game. Words of a colleague and brother Lasanli earlier on, Saleu Jalo from the Nyofelleh football field. It is the knockout final, and we have already played 31 minutes unofficial as the central referee Esa Paji, and the officials are with the official timing, and the score is in favor of FYDA, who are currently trailing by a goal to nil against the knockout and Super Cup champions Temasuu United. And the only goal scored came courtesy of Super Sub Sankung Baro, and Sankung set piece is the current difference, and the difference between Temasuu and FYDA. And FYDA will now hope to get an equalizer, while Temasuu United, if they can't get the second goal, they will definitely want to defend this 1-0 advantage. Will they be able to defend it is now the $1,000,000 question. And currently a player is currently down and into the gloves of the netminder, and the goalkeeper is Modlamin Sonko. Saleu Jalo, time definitely running out, and earlier on we made mention of playing 31 minutes on official. As we are currently witnessing, time is definitely ticking fast and faster against FYDA FC.
Well, if the referee spotted an action, then why don't you blow it for a foul? And it's now, you have already cautioned the team captain. But he was on the spot because I was reading his vision as well. That was, of course, enough, and the referee spotted that. But that could have been a foul given, a drop ball to the pre-side, because he already spotted that. But then you have the final say. Had it been there's a VAR, it's going to be a different story.
That's probably going to be a different story, and of course, whenever there is in VAR, if there is no VAR, I think this makes things challenging for central referees and some of the officials. Or anyway, the goalkeeper Modlamin Sonko in goal for FYDA. It's a long one. Sankung Baro, the only goal scorer, and Sankung, his goal probably might be the decider in this final between FYDA and Temasuu United. Time running out for the Fulakunda Base Club, who needs to score, else they will surrender the Giant Trophy and every other accolade as far as this tournament or game is concerned. And Saleu Jalo, we are going to award the man of the match, and then this one is going to be very much easy to award the man of the match anyway. But anyway, we have to put that one to bed for now. This time around, it is Buba Baro now on the far side for Temasuu United, trying to unlock the defense of Fulakunda FYDA, and Buba dispossessed, and already is an infringement on Musa So, who is currently one of the central defenders, and the central referee will surely get down to the player who has already given the opportunity to Fulakunda of FYDA FC. And of course, already we have seen a player for Temasuu United currently done. Probably that might be a time wasting tactically.
Absolutely, it might be a time wasting tactic. Now, Coach Mamadou So has a lot of load on his head to ensure that he equalizes the game as soon as possible, while Tijan Sambo is also doing everything possible to add on again to score more, because we are seeing that Temasuu is not relenting back. They are going forward to ensure that they have other goals scored again, to find more goals here, while FYDA FC is also trying by all means to ensure that they also equalize this game, because it's do or die for them. For the first time, you really need to break the deadlock, or go home like that, or go home as big. Today it will decide. Surely now we have few minutes to go. Will FYDA FC surely find the back of the net or not? Now that is left to Coach Mamadou So and his technical staffs to surely work on that.
Thank you very much, Alasan, and of course time running out for FYDA, who trailed by a goal to nil, and Sankung Baro is still, or Sankung's goal is still the difference between the two. Time running out. Are we going to have a lead equalizer, or are we going to see Temasuu United holding on? Remains to be seen, and Temasuu United will try to clear every ball that comes their way, and already that's going to be probably a yellow card. Let's wait and see what's going to be the decision of the central referee Esa Paji. And Esa in this contest is having the assistance of Nyofelleh, Aminata Paji, and Idrissa Manjang, of course, serving as the fourth assistant referee. Lamin Sow is the match commissioner, and the venue is at the Nyofelleh football field, and the competition is the knockout final between Temasuu United and FYDA, who is going to clinch it remains to be seen. But currently Temasuu on the driving seat, as they are currently relying on the solo goal from Super Sub Sankung Baro, who had a well-taking set piece, and that set piece got the goal for Temasuu United around the area. Suleiman Cisse, and Suleiman seems to be struggling. Another opportunity, flash comes in, and already beautifully dealt with by the central defenders of Temasuu United. And of course the FYDA continue to search and search for an equalizer, but currently the score is 1-0 against them.
But the only thing FYDA have to do right now is all of them to come on, and so that they fight to the last minute, or else Temasuu will say, oh, a chance for FYDA, but they squandered it again. They could not capitalize on that chance.
That was of course a glorious opportunity, and Kebanyaka rose the highs, unfortunately trying to knock that ball down. Unfortunately he could not just hit the target, as he said, sealed inches over the crossbar, and the score is still 1-0 in favor of the knockout and Super Cup champions. Salute time definitely running out for FYDA. They have to score, else they will surrender everything to Temasuu United, who leads by goal to nil.
Well, they look more dangerous when it comes to set pieces. Can they have many, or can they have few set pieces again? They might change the score line, but then yes, that is one of them, but not at that department that I'm asking for. But then you look at Temasuu now, they have to recruit themselves to defend this lead. You know, a 1-0 scoreline is always dangerous for Fati, and now I'm seeing Temasuu selling experience to FYDA. But then having long set pieces or having more set pieces inside the danger zone, it might prove something fruitful for FYDA Football Club.
Modlamin Sonko, the custodian, long and high one. They will try to send every ball around the area. An opportunity, getting it down, strike comes in. Calling in for handball, and the central referee not the least interested. And Sam Sambo lost possession. It is now the turn of Temasuu United, relying on Lamin Toure, and this time it is Modlamin now, who is currently playing as one of the central defenders, not the goalkeeper now. And this time around it's a massive clearance around the area. Ball in control, an opportunity. Strike comes in, and Party saw with another opportunity, and finally defensive work coming from Temasuu United.
You see what I'm saying? There was already a player lonely down there. That is the number 11. Just release the ball to him, and that might be the game changer or the leveler. But then he opted to go for his own goal, but he put foot out. But still danger pass left at the park. So cross comes in. Chance for number 8. Block there, support. Ball falls down on the ground. But Temasuu been first there at the bar. The goalkeeper was one time a midfielder.
Dan Suleiman, so now for Temasuu United, probably any moment from now, we might be seeing additional minutes being put up by the fourth assistant referee Idrissa Manjang, and we can confirm how many of the minutes will be added on. We have to wait. We have to wait for the green light to be given, and Suleiman so probably might be introduced, and this might be one of the tactics to wind down the clock for Temasuu United in time to clean this trophy under the noses of FYDA Football Club.
Absolutely, but now what is left for Temasuu?
A miracle, a goal made in heaven for them.
It's one of the advantages of FYDA FC. It's a set piece.
A wicked defense line, a very wicked high line.
It's a high line for Temasuu United. Floats that ball. This time Buba Susho, who heads that ball partly. Salifu Paro trying to head that ball down. Calling in for a handball. And the central referee not the least interested. Abdullah Jawo trying to guard that ball off the area. And already the flag of the assistant referee is up. And FYDA will now have the opportunity in the very final moments of this crucial and lively knockout final. Of course, one more.
They need a throw-in specialist.
They need a throw-in specialist to deliver. It's a long one. Bemba team captain. Ball being chested down, and the flag of the assistant referee is already up. Probably this might be one of the time-wasting tactics for Temasuu United in trying to wind down the clock. And of course, we have played a minute into the additional minute, Alassane.
4 minutes to go. It's very difficult moment for FYDA FC. Will they score to equalize in this 4 minutes, or are they going home again to lose this game in the hands of Temasuu United as usual? Now time will tell. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go here at the Nyofelleh football field. Is Temasuu going to win the knockout back to back again? They are going to face then Bambadika United in the Super Cup final. It's going to be another titan competition between these two teams. If Flakunda or FYDA FC did not equalize within these 4 minutes here.
Within the final 4 minutes at the Nyofelleh football field, it's a glancing one. Temasuu on the driving seat. Pateso to this time Sang Sambo, who switches the play from the center to the left now. Abdullah Jao, one of the wing backs or one of the forwards for FYDA Football Club. Not a decent one as the ball been blocked approach. An opportunity now. Lamin to the dribble pass one looking for more. And the ball is still in play. And he's still going to use his pace against his marker. And Pate this time around trying to get the ball over. And Sankum Baro around the edge of the 18 trying to test the goalkeeper from distance and into the gloves of the netminder Lamin Sonko. And Lamin from his half. This time into his opposition's half. And this time around and into the gloves of the netminder. Time running out. Temasuu on the driving seat. If they are currently those responsible for the timing here, they should have blown the final whistle by now.
Well, if they have the whistle, they will have, of course, call of this game now. It is over. We have seen enough. But then it's a throw-in, and they are not in haste. They are selling the Northern African tactics now to fight apart.
The Northern African tactic is going to be a substitution for Temasuu United. And we have under a minute and 30 seconds for FYDA to decide whether to get this game to post-match shootout or surrender everything to Temasuu United. Remains to be seen. It's a substitution, but already there is a player currently down. There is a player for Temasuu down, probably one of the time-wasting tactic. And currently they are on the driving seat. They have all the time to spend on the ground currently.
Absolutely, Pa. They might be wasting the 1 minute remaining here. It's very difficult. And then, seems like FYDA surely right now is difficult on them. Temasuu seems to be crowded as the champions of the knockout. While the league goes to Bambadinka United. If these two teams face in the Super Cup, it's going to be an interesting moment. Now it seems like it's all over. We have few seconds to go. For FYDA FC, will they do a magical equalizer here or not? Time will surely tell within the few seconds that is left here. Despite the one goal that is behind the net of FYDA FC, their fan base is surely chanting and drumming here, and then Temasuu is also chanting and drumming here while they are singing as well. The euphoria is all over. It seems like Temasuu United will surely be coronated as the champions of the Nyofelleh knockout final here in the Nyofelleh football field. Thank you.
To Edsa Baji, the central referee, and we will now call on the assistant Sima So and Aminata Baji to receive their medals.